So here, how to identify that whether it is whole square identity, that is a plus b or a minus b whole square identity, or whether it is middle term factorization. The first, all factorization sums, mostly this middle term and whole square, they starts with square form. When we compare this last term, for the middle term factorization, it will not be a square number. Whereas in whole square sums, it will be a square number. You can see here, 16 is the square of 4. 4 square is 16. Whereas here, 8, it is not the square form. Now how to solve the whole square sums? Here the identity is there. We'll make the square of first term and last term. Write down the middle term if there is plus sign with plus 2. This we consider A and this we consider B. So with 2, A, B. Thus it is A square plus 2AB plus B square, which is A plus B whole square. One more example. P square minus 10P plus 25. Again check out whether the first term and the last term are in square form or not. So here this is square of P and this one is square of 5. Now we'll make the square P square and 5 square. As here minus sign is there before middle term, so we'll put minus 2AB. Here whatever sign is there, that to be repeated. Depending on the sign before 2AB, we need to give the final sign to the answer. So it is A minus B whole square identity. So it's P minus 5 square. Let's start with one more example. Here 49y square plus 84yz plus 36z square. Again we will check out whether the first number and last number are in square form or not. So here it is 49, which is square of 7, 7y square, and 36 is square of 6z. So it's 6z square. Write out them with 2, 2a, this we consider a, and the second number as b, 2ab. Thus the final answer is a plus b whole square. One more question. 4x square minus 8x plus 4. See, prior to this exercise, already all of you know that you earlier learned how to take common. See here, all the 4 terms are having common 4. So before solving the solution, we will take 4 as common. Thus it is x square minus 4 2s are 8 plus 4 1s are 4. So we got the solution as x square minus 2x plus 1. So here again the first term is in square form. Last term is also in square form. Write down both the numbers with 2, 2a, b. Thus the final answer is a minus, that is x minus 1 whole square. Now let's start with one more question. So here it is 121 x square minus 88 xy plus 16 y square. So again we'll check out whether the first term and last term are in square form or not. Here this is square of 11, 16 is square of 4. Now with 2ab we are going to use them. 2, the first term is a and the second term is b. So the final. Now let's start out with the middle term factorization. So how the middle term factorization are different. So in my previous video, I explained how to get the middle term factors. Here, the simple trick is there which you can learn to understand middle term factorization clearly. So here the last term, we need to find factors. So this is the first step. We are finding the factors. 4 2s are 8 or 8 1s are 8. Acting, we will be getting middle number. So that is, we should choose such a factor. By adding or by subtracting, we will be getting middle number. So here, by adding 6 and 2, we are getting 6. If by addition we are getting, then we need to give sign of question to both the numbers. So as for this case, we are getting by plus sign is there. So we will replace both the numbers. 4p plus 2p. We will replace 6 with 4 and 2, as 4 plus 2 is 6 and 4 2s are 8. Now write down 8 as it is. Among first two terms, p is common, so we'll take p. We left out with p plus 4. Among these two terms, 2 is common. If we are getting perfect factors, then the same bracket will be repeated. So we'll repeat this p plus 4 again. Thus p plus 4 and p plus 2. These are the final answer. The brackets which are common is the first bracket and the numbers which we took common is second bracket. So this is our final answer. Now let's start with one more example. Q square minus 7q minus 3q plus 21. Now q is common there. So q common, q minus. So whatever the number you are seeing on the complete number and repeat bracket q minus 7. So q minus 7 is one of the bracket and q minus 3. So we'll be making one bracket here and whatever numbers we took common, that will make another bracket. So this is the final answer. Let's start with one more example. P square plus 6p minus 16. See here, in this question, 16 is square form, p is also square form. 16 is square of 4. If we multiply 2 with 4 as the 2ab, we get 2, then a and b. Here, after multiplying 2, p and 4, we are not getting 6, we are getting 8. So it is not also middle term factorization. For whole square, these terms are in square form and whether they are satisfying the middle term, that is 2ab form. So here the 2ab form is not satisfied. So we'll again go for middle term. Now 16, find the factors of 16. 4 4s are 16 or it can be 8 2s are 16. Now if we add 4 and 4, we are getting 8, which is not 6. If we add it by subtraction, 4 minus 4 is 0, 8 minus 2 is 6. We are getting our answer by subtraction. When we get our answer by subtraction, we should give bigger number sign of question. So this is the main logic you need to remember. For subtraction, bigger number sign of question, smaller number opposite sign. So here p square plus 8p minus 2p minus 16. Again p is common, so taking p common, p plus 8 minus 2. Whatever the number is there, write down, repeat the same bracket. So p plus 8 is 1. So here, how to solve the questions easily you can get. Now the next one more question, one more example. It's z square minus 4z minus 12. See here, how to differentiate whether it is whole square. So here directly it is not the square form. So you come to know that it is middle term factorization. Now get the factors of 12. 12, 3 4s are 12 or 6 2s are 12. Again by 4 plus 3, 7, which is not 4. 6 plus 2 is 8, but 6 minus 2 is 4. We are getting middle term by subtraction. If we are getting by subtraction, we will give the big number sign of question. So it's minus 4, smaller number, opposite sign. So it's plus 2. Replace the number x square minus 6z plus 2z minus 12. Now here z is common. So taking z, now z minus 2, z minus 6. Here whatever the number is there, that we need to repeat. Again same bracket, that is z minus 6. So final answer is z minus 6 and z plus 2. Most probably now all of you got clear with difference between middle term and whole square. In whole square, we are getting first and last term in square form. Whereas in middle term, the last number is not in square form. If the number is in square form, we check for middle number, whether it is in the form of 2ab or not. Like for this case, 2, a is p, b is 4. 2 4s are 8, but here it is 6. So in that way, we can differentiate whether the questions are related to middle term or whole square. So simply you can solve the exercise in this way. Let's start with one more example. It's L plus M whole square minus 4LM. Now after seeing another type of question, again the students may get confused. So this is of 14.2, question number 6. 14.2. Now here whole square is there. So first we need to write identity of whole square. A plus B whole square is A square plus 2AB plus B square. Now repeat the number as it is. Now here we are getting finally 2 subtracted. So it's L square minus is there, so it's 4 square. No number is there, no letter alphabets are there, so only 4 square. Again we'll write them once in plus, once in minus. So this is our final answer. Now the next question, it is 6.1. Here it is given L plus M whole square minus L minus M whole square. Already they have given 2 terms in square form. So what we are going to write? Once we need to write both in plus form and both in minus. So I'm writing once in plus, that is L plus M. When we write plus, the number to be written as it is without any change in sign, that is plus L minus M. And the next we will write them in minus, that is we are changing the sign, minus L minus minus plus M. So once without changing sign, so this first we will write as it is, this without changing sign, it is L minus M. Again writing this and changing the sign, that is minus L plus M. So the final answer, L plus L, 2L, and here L got cancelled, 2M. So answer is 4LM. So most probably you understood this. Now the next question, it's given x square minus 2xy plus y square, and then minus z square. Again there may be confusion how to get it in whole square form or a square minus b square. So here the two sums got mixed. You can see here first and last number is in square form and 2ab is also there. So we are going to make first whole square identity, that is x square minus 2xy plus y square. Whole square. Now in continuation, z square. Now you can think like, already I know this. Minus 49 will change to plus 49. Now you can feel like I'm comfortable with this kind of sums. Already ma'am taught us. So now we are making whole square of this. So it is 2b square, then 7c square. Already you did many questions of this type. Minus 2, this is a, and this one is b. So the final answer is a square minus 2b minus 7c square. Now we got a square minus b square. So what we are going to do? So simply we will write a plus b and a minus b. Thus it is a, while writing plus, don't change the sign. Write down as it is. That is plus 2b minus 7c. When we are writing minus, the first term we will write. For writing minus, change the same sign. Here plus 2b is there, so we'll make it minus 2b. Minus 7 is there, so we're making it plus 7. So this is our final answer. Now the next type of questions, which are third category. So here, third type of questions which we are having, like ax square plus bx. So how to recognize that, what to be done here? Here, no square form is there, so we cannot do anything common. So here, both the terms are having x as common. So take out x as common. So I am taking 1x, because I left out with 1x and a. Here I have taken x, so only b is there. So this is final answer. This first question of the third category. Now the second question, 7p square plus 21q square. Exactly, your guess is same. Here 7 is common. So we'll take 7 as common. So we left out with p square plus 7 3s are 21q square. This is only our answer. Now the next question. Third one is 2x square plus 2xy square plus 2xz square. Again here, you need to check out what is common. Very good. 2 is common and moreover x is also there. Excellent. Now you are coming. So here you understood it. So let's take 2x common. So we left out with x. Here 2x is taken. So only y square is remaining. Very good. Now here again we have taken 2x. Excellent. Z square. Your guess is very correct. So this is our answer. Now fourth question. Here an square plus bn square. Bn square plus an square. Again we are going to check out what is common here. As the terms are more, whole square is not there. They are not in the square form. So only the option like we need to check out the common and then we'll make the brackets. So we can see that out of the first two terms, n square is common. Take n square common. If we will take n square, very good, your answer is correct. You left out with a here. Very good. Now we left out with b. In the same way, we can take n square common. So plus n square. Now we are having b plus a. As they are in plus, the order may be reversed. It doesn't matter. Or you can arrange it. You can bring it first and then b square can be taken. b n square can be taken afterwards to have the same combination. If you are writing in this also, it doesn't matter. Now, whatever the common bracket is there, that will make one bracket. And the next one, which we took common, n square plus n square, will make the second bracket. So this is your final answer. Now next question, fifth one, which is 5y square minus 20y minus 8z plus 2yz. See here you may get little confusion. So here we need to arrange the numbers. Here 5 is there, after that 20. We know 5 4s are 20 and y is common. Here among both the numbers, first bigger number is there and smaller number is there. As in the first sequence, small then big. We need to arrange it small and big. So first we'll arrange the numbers. 5y square minus 20y plus 2yz minus 8z. Now here we can take 5y common. So we left out with y minus 4. Now here 2z can be taken common as both of them z is there. So take 2z common. So we left out with y. 2 4s are z. So the answer is y minus 4 and 5y plus 2z. So this is our final answer.
ఫ్రెండ్ యాప్లో బెస్ట్ పార్ట్ ఏంటంటే ప్రతి కాన్వర్సేషన్ ప్రైవేట్ అండ్ సెక్యూర్. అండ్ గర్ల్స్, మీకు ఒక సీక్రెట్ చెప్పనా? మీరు మాట్లాడే ప్రతి మినిట్కి ఎల్లో రోజెస్ మీ ఫ్రెండ్ యాప్ వాలెట్లోకి వస్తాయి అండ్ వాటిని రియల్ మనీగా కన్వర్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. లెట్స్ బ్రేక్ ద సైకిల్ ఆఫ్ లోన్లీనెస్. రియల్ కనెక్షన్స్ కోసం కొంత టైం ఇద్దాం. ఫ్రెండ్ యాప్ అనేది యాప్ మాత్రమే కాదు, ఇట్స్ అ వే బ్యాక్ టు వాట్ ట్రూలీ మ్యాటర్స్, ఫ్రెండ్షిప్. Great choices for the great you. Open your free demat account with Angel One.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risk. Read all the related.
So let's start with the next question. Now the next question is 10ab plus 4a plus 5b plus 2. Again we'll see that whether the sequence is followed or not. Here also big number, smaller number, big number, smaller number. So sequence is correct. We need not to arrange it. Again we'll try for the common. So here 10 and 4 is there. There is 2 common and moreover a is also there. So if we divide it, 2 5s are 10. So we left out with 5b. As we have taken 2 common, so we left out with 2. Now among these 2 terms there is no common. So we'll keep 1 and then repeat the same bracket. So it's 5b plus 2. Thus our answer is 5b plus 2 and the common one, that is 2a plus 1. So this is our final answer. The next question, 6xy minus 4y plus 6 minus 9x. Again we'll try for common here. Here see 6 and 4 and then again 6 and 9. If we go for the common, there is no common, so we need to arrange like 6 and 2. If I'll take 2 common, here I left out with 3 and here 2. 3 2s are 6, 2 2s are 4. Here 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9. We cannot arrange common one. So for this type of questions, we need to think like how to arrange them. So here we'll plan for arranging like after 6 we'll bring 9, so that 3 and 3 can be taken common. We'll have 2 and 3 in the bracket. Now here also if we take 2 common, we are having 3 and 2 in the bracket. So how we are going to arrange the number? 6xy minus 9x. Now out of these two, we need to get first 2 common. So here minus 4y plus 6. Smaller than bigger number, again smaller than bigger number. So this will be arranged. After arranging, we need to take common. 3 is common in between them. 3x taken common. 3 2s are 6. So it's 2y minus 3 3s are 9. Now among these two, again 2 is common. So it's 2y minus 3. I have taken minus common. So here this number sign will change. So it's minus 3. So the final answer is 2y minus 3 and 3x minus 2. So this type of questions got completed. Now we are having little more advanced questions. So if you solve those questions, this exercise will get completed. So we get clear with the factorization sums. In my next video, I will teach you how to go for the division sums based on factorization. So here, 4th question, the first one is given a raised to 4 minus b raised to 4. These all questions are very important for your exam. Try to learn them properly. So here, a square is a raised to 4. Same way, b square is a raised to 4. Now the numbers are in square form. So once we will write them in plus and once in minus. There is no identity for plus. So repeat this as it is. Whereas for the minus one, we are having a plus b and a minus b. So this is our final answer. We have one more question. P raised to 4 minus 81. So first we are going to convert it into square form. P square is P4. 81 is 9 square. Now writing them in plus and in minus. There is no identity for plus. So copy out as it is. For minus, this is P plus 3. 3 square is 9. So directly we can write P plus 3, P minus 3. You need to keep in mind there is identity for a square minus b square, but no identity for a square plus b square. So we are going to use only for a square minus b square. Now the next question, which is x raised to 4 minus y plus z 4. So this is very important question for your exam. Practice it thoroughly. If you are not doing, see the video by repeating it. 2 to 3 times so that you get it clear. Now let's make x square square minus y plus z square square as we have in general, a square minus b square. Now once writing them in plus, so this whole thing is b, a square plus b square, that is in one bracket, again a square minus b square, that is in second bracket. Now expand it. So here a square, write down the identity, a square plus b square, that is a square 2ab plus b square. So this is our answer. In the same way, so here minus sign is there. So we are writing the identity by changing the sign. It's a plus b whole square. Now write down the answer by using minus. Minus y square minus 2yz and minus z square. So this is our final answer. We got the answer. So this is very important question. You need to follow it. Now the last question of this exercise. A raised to 4 minus 2a square b square plus b raised to 4. Again you can see. See, now you are able to give answer. Like both are in square form. So this is whole square identity. A square square b square square. With 2 we are going to write both a square b square. Thus it is a square minus b square whole square. So as we got whole square, we can write the number twice. Writing the same number 2 times. They are in a square minus b square form. So write down once them in plus and once in minus. Again once in plus, once in minus. So our answer is a plus b. We are getting it 2 times. So finally we can write it a plus b whole square, and again a minus b is 2 times a minus b whole square. So this is the final answer. Now the factorization topic got completed. So in my next video, I'll explain you how to go for the division section. So most probably all of you understood it. So for more videos, like my video and subscribe it. Students, I am your Kusum ma'am. Let's with 10th maths chapter, area related to circle. So in this chapter, first we need to learn out the basic formulas which we are going to use and how to apply these formulas related to the different questions. So first let's start out with what are the different terms we are going to use in this chapter. So if there is a circle, the part which is enclosed between the 2 radii is called sector. So the part which is enclosed between 2 radii is called sector. There is an angle between the 2 radii which is theta. Now here the circle is getting divided into 2 parts. The smaller one is called minor sector, whereas the larger part is called major sector. Now the part of the circumference which is enclosed between the 2 radii, this is arc, and the same way we are having 2 different arcs. One is minor arc and this outer one is major arc. Moreover, out of this sector, if we divide a triangle, or from the sector if we remove a triangle, we are going to get segment. So this part is called segment. Now in the same way, circle is going to have 2 segments. One is minor segment and the other one is major. So these are the few topics which you need to remember in this chapter. Now what is sector? The part enclosed between the 2 radii, and arc is sector. The 2 sectors are there, minor sector, major sector. Out of the sector, if we remove the triangular part, then it is called segment. So in that sense, 2 segments are there, minor segment, major segment, and there are 2 arcs, minor arc and major arc. So let's start out with the formulas, how to remember them. So the first formula is related to area of sector, which is pi r square theta upon 360. Now the second formula is area formula. If you understand the formulas, easily you can, and then area of sector. From the first exercise, first question is we need to find area. Radius is given. We need to find area. Radius is given 6 centimeter. Between the radii is given 60. 22 multiplied two pi is 22 by 7. Radius is not given. Circumference is 22. We can cancel out this 22. This r is, make this reciprocal. 7 by 2 centimeter. Now area of sector pi r square by 4, pi 22 by 7, radius we got 7 by 2, and then in denominator we are having 4, so let's cancel out, 7 got cancelled, 2 11s are 22, thus the answer is 77 upon 8 centimeter square. So better, instead of leaving in fraction, solve the solution in decimal and represent it. Now for the third question, it is given the length of the minute hand of a clock is 14 centimeter. So you are given radius is 14 centimeter. We need to find area swept by the minute hand in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, how much area it will cover. So first we need to find out theta from this. So this is one of the type of question which is asked in MCQs. Now here we are going to find out theta by using unitary method, theta and then time. That is in 60 minutes, it covers 360. Now in 5 minutes, what will be theta? By cross multiplication we can find out theta. Thus it is 360 multiplied 90. 90. Right angle at the center, find the corresponding minor segment. So we need to find what is minor segment and major segment. Again you need to apply formula only. So first we are going to find out area of segment. So what I gave the formula? Area of minor segment, it's area of sector minus area of triangle. Now sector is pi r square theta upon 360, whereas the triangle is right angle, so formula is half r square. For this type of question, we can take r common. So let's take r square common. So here we are having pi theta upon 360 minus half. Now r, in this question, pi value is given 3.14, radius is given 10 centimeter. So here r is 10 centimeter, now 10, and then pi is 3.14. Theta is 90 upon 360 minus half. 94s are 360, 2 2s are 4, so it's 1.57, 10 tens are 100, 1.57 minus 1, so it's 0.57 whole divided by 2. Thus the answer is 50 multiplied by 0.57. So it's 20 question. Now they asked to find out area of major sector. Okay, we got, area of major segment. We found minor segment, we need to find major segment. So what I told for major segment, we need to subtract area of segment from area of circle. So area of circle minus area of minor segment. So whatever answer you got, you need to subtract from area of circle. Area of circle is pi r square. So you can calculate the value of pi r square. Pi is 3.14 multiplied by radius is given 10. So thus it is 314 minus 28.50. Subtract and find the value. So this is your final answer for area of major segment. Question number 5. We need to find area, that is length of arc, area of sector, area of segment by the corresponding chord. So it's given circle with radius 21. Arc subtend an angle 60. So here theta is given 60. We need to find length of arc. So formula of length of arc is pi r theta upon 180. Quite simple. You need to put out only values. So here theta is 20, pi is 22 by 7, radius is 21. So answer we got 22 centimeters. See how simple we are solving it. Now the next one is given length of area of the sector. Area of sector. So if you already know how to find area of sector, it's pi r square theta upon 360. What is pi? 22 by 7. Radius is 21. Very good. Theta is 60. Whole upon 360. Now cancel out. Only cancellation is remaining. So answer is 11 multiplied by 21. So answer part I am leaving for you so that you complete by your own. Otherwise the video will get extended. Now area of major segment also we need to find. So here after calculating sector they are asking area of corresponding segment. So here area of segment I told you how to find. That is area of sector minus area of triangle. Now area of sector we already calculated 11 multiplied by 21, whereas area of triangle as theta is given 60, so our formula is root 3 by 4 r square. Thus multiply 11 and 21, root 3 is, find out the root 3 value, so it's 1.73 multiplied by radius is given 21 whole divided by 4. Now complete your calculation and then subtract from 11 multiplied by 21, or here to have the simplification we can take 21 common. So in this way also you can solve. If we take 21 common, we are having 11 minus 4. Now get the LCM. 21, 11 4s are 44 minus 1.73 multiplied by 21 whole divided by 4. Now complete the calculation. You will get the answer for minor segment. So this we calculated area of minor segment. If you want to find area of major segment, already I told, out of area of circle, you need to subtract this minor segment. Hope you understood. Complete the solution by your own. Now sixth question is also same, where chord of the circle of radius 15 centimeter. So here radius is given 15, subtend an angle 60 at the center. We need to find corresponding minor and major segment. So major segment also we need to find and minor segment also. So formula I am just writing, you solve the solution by your own, complete. So I am just giving all the information. Theta is 60, radius is given 15. We need to find area of minor segment. So already you understood, area of minor segment is area of sector minus area of triangle, where theta is 60. So our formula is pi r square theta upon 360 minus, for 60 it is root 3 by 4 r square. For this type of question, r square can be taken common, pi upon theta, pi theta upon 360 minus root. Pi is given 3.14, theta we got 60 upon 360, root 3 is 1.73 whole divided by 4. Now cancel out, 66 are, 2 3s are, so it's 1.57. Now we'll have LCM, so multiply 4 over here and 3 this side, so it's 15 multiplied by 15. Divide by 12. Now subtract them and complete your calculation by your own. So this is the answer of minor segment. Now to find major segment, again area of circle minus area of minor segment. So this is the answer. Area of circle is pi r square, minor segment, after calculation whatever answer we will get, put it there and subtract. So that is the final answer. Now next seventh question is given. Chord of the circle of radius 12 centimeter, subtend 120 degree at the center. Find corresponding segments. So again we need to find major segment and minor segment. So already I told formula, area of minor segment. Very good, you are getting formula now. Area of sector minus area of triangle. So I told when theta is 120, for sector it is pi r square theta upon 360. For 120, same as 60, root 3 by 4. Same way you are going to solve out by putting all the values, and after finding minor segment, calculate for major segment. So hope all of you are getting it. So let's start with the next question, question number 8. In the diagram you can see in the textbook where it is given a horse is tied at one of the corner. So here as this is a square, so theta is 90, they'll not give it. We need to consider and then it is tied with a rope of 5 meter. So radius is 5 meter. Don't get confused. Here the side of the square is given 15. This is of no use. We need to consider only rope. So rope is given 5 meter. We need to find how much area it will graze. So here the area is sector only, where theta is 90. So let's start out with area of sector. Formula already you know, pi r square theta upon 360. Put out all the values. It's 22/7. Radius is 5. Theta is 90 upon 360. Now complete the calculation. You'll be getting area. So whenever we find area, we need to find square, either if it is in meter, meter square or centimeter square. So this question has got two parts. Find the area which the horse will graze. So this is the first part answer. Area which it will graze is area of sector. And the second part it is given, if we increase the rope by 10 meter instead of 5 meter, if the rope is 10 meter longer instead of 5 meter, how much increase in the grazing area? So we need to subtract both the sectors. In grazing area, that is area of two sectors we need to subtract. One's taking radius as 10 and the second case as 5. That is pi r square theta upon 360 r1 minus pi r square theta r2, where r1 is 10 and r2 is 5 meter. Now calculate separately and you can subtract, or by taking common you can subtract. Pi theta upon 360 can be taken common. So it's 10 square minus 5 square. Pi is 22/7. Theta is 90 upon 360. 10 square is 100 minus 25. So it's 22 upon 7 multiplied by 1/4. 100 minus 25 is 75. Now complete the calculation. You will get the answer. Increase in area for grazing. Now the next question is given question number 9. It's also very simple. Here a circle is there and total 10 equal divisions are there. Here theta is not given. They are making total 10 equal divisions. So how to find theta? As total 10 equal divisions are there, so to find theta 36. And it is given diameter is 35 mm. Diameter is given 35 millimeter. So radius is 35/2 mm. And they are making total, where a brooch is made with the silver wire in the form of circle with diameter. The wire is also used for making 5 diameters. And then, so here with wire they made 5 diameters also. They are asking like how much wire is needed. Okay, 5 diameters which will divide the circle into 10 equal sectors. The total length of the silver wire required to find, first part, total length of silver wire required. So it is silver wire is kept at the circumference also and along 5 diameters. So area length of the wire will be 2 pi r for the circumference, and for 5 diameters 5 multiplied by diameter. Now 2 multiplied by 22/7, radius is 35/2 plus 5 multiplied. I want everyone to complete the calculation by your own. I am leaving here to make the video a little smaller. We need to find area of each sector. So as I told, there are 10 total sectors and theta we calculated 36. Now area of sector, that is the second part of the question. Area of sector, pi r square theta upon 360, pi 22/7, radius 35/2, 360. Now this also I want you to complete solution by your own. Now the next question is given, 10th one. An umbrella has 8 ribs. If 8 ribs are there, to find theta, we divide 360 by 8. 8 4s are 32, 8 5s are 40. So theta is 45. Now assuming umbrella to be between the two consecutive ribs, that is we need to find area of sector. Consecutive ribs means we need to find area of sector. Therefore, area of sector pi r square theta upon 360. Put out all the values. 22 by 7. Radius is given 45. Theta is 45. Whole divided by 360. Complete the calculation. You can get the answer by your own. Now let's start with the 11th question. 11th question is given. A car has two wipers which do not overlap. So here two wipers are there. They are not overlapping. Theta is given 115 and length of the blade is given. That is nothing but radius 25 centimeter. We need to find area swept by them. So again, two blades are there. So area of swept by two blades. That is area of two sectors. 2 multiplied by pi r square theta by 360. Thus it is 2, pi is 22 by 7. Radius is 25. Theta is 115. Whole divided by 360. So here you are getting calculation to be little lengthy. So calculate it, or otherwise if you are writing all the information, still you are going to get marks. So first you learn how to put out all the values and then go for the calculation. Already everyone are good enough in calculation, so you can complete the calculation. So thus this is the answer. Calculate it and complete it. So answer is the answer that area swept by the two blades is final answer after getting completing calculations. Now the next question is given. There is a tabletop which is hexagonal in shape. So here hexagonal tablecloth is there and here it is designed. So theta is not given. As it is hexagonal, so we are going to divide 360 by 6 to find out theta. Thus theta is 60. They are asking to find out the design part. So design part is here segment. Thus we will calculate area of segment, which is pi r square theta upon 360. Area of sector minus, for 60 degree area of triangle it is 3 by 4. R square can be taken common. Pi theta upon 360 minus root 3 by 4. So your radius is it's given radius is 28. So 28 multiplied by 28. Pi is 22 by 7. Theta 60 upon 360. Root 3 value is given 1.7. 3 is not given, so we need to put 1.7. Whole divided by 4. 66 is 2 3s are 11. So here we are having 28 into 28. Now 11 upon 21 minus 1.7 upon 4. So to get LCM 4 we will multiply here. 44 minus 21 multiplied by 1.7 whole 21 into 4. Don't go for complete calculation. Try to keep it as possible so that finally you can make the overall calculation. So here as we were having 7, so I stopped the calculation so that I can cancel out 7 and 28. So here 21 is there, 7 4s are, 7 3s are 21, 7 4s are 28. Both the 4 got cancelled. Now 28 multiply by, complete this calculation, that is 44 minus 21 into 1.7 whole divided by 3 and divided by 3. So this is our final answer. Now we got one segment. Like that total 6 segments are there. Now area of 6 segments, that is 6 multiplied by this whole answer which you got. Now they are asking what is that. So finally we will be calculating cost, which with this final answer we will multiply 0.35. So finally we are going to get answer in rupees. So here I left out with one question, 12th one. So here the 12th question was given. To warn the ships for underwater rocks, a lighthouse spreads a red colored light over the sector of 80 degree. So theta is given 80 degree and the distance is given 16.5 kilometer. So this we can consider as radius. So radius is 16.5. Find the area of the sea over which the ships are warned. So again we need to find area of sector. Area of sector. So it's pi r square theta upon 360. Now put all the values. 22 by 7. Radius is 16.5. Theta is 80 upon 360. So as the radius was given in kilometer. So this was the 12th question. And this exercise is over. Now one more important type of question which you are going to get in this chapter, that is related to number of revolution. So here they will give that the vehicle is making certain revolution and you need to find distance. For such type of or the speed of the bicycle or car 66 km per hour like that. Okay, so here it's given 66 km per hour per minute. So how we are going to find out? First we'll convert this 66 km into meter per second. Okay, so here 66 km and time. So distance is 66 km, time is given 1 hour, that is 3600 minutes, seconds. Now how much distance it will cover in 1 hour, they will be giving certain time. In 10 minutes, how much distance it will cover. So if the time is given in minutes, we will take it as 60 minutes. In 10 minutes, how much distance is covered. So let's find out. Cross multiplication, 66 multiplied by 10 upon 60. So here it will cover 11 kilometer in 10 minutes. Now how many revolutions it will make in 11 kilometers? To find out number of revolutions, you need to divide this whole distance by circumference. So first step for this type of questions, find out how much distance it will cover in given time. Speed of the vehicle will be given. So that speed in that time, how much distance it will cover. That will be question mark. So that we calculated 11 kilometer. Now to find out number of revolution, total distance upon circumference. So total distance, it must be in centimeter as the wheel will be in centimeter. So how to convert kilometer to centimeter? First we are converting kilometer to meter. So we need to multiply by 1000. So put out 3 zeros. Again from meter to centimeter, there is 100 difference. So we'll put 2 zeros. Now circumference is 22 by 7. Whatever the value of radius will be given, put out that and complete your calculation. In this way you can get the number of revolutions. As we are finding number, so don't put any value, only the number should be like either putting number or simply leave the answer. So this is the whole chapter. Now for further, if you are having any other difficulties, please comment me so that I can bring much more different types of questions related to this chapter. Overall, this chapter is very simple, which is based on formulas only. So in the beginning of the video, formulas are given to you. Once you go through with the formulas, learn them properly, they will either only the length of arc or the length of area of the segment, area of sector, nothing much more than that. So first you thoroughly prepare the formulas and every question can be solved by you. If you like my video, please like and subscribe it and share it to more people so that everyone can get the concept clearly. Students, I'm your Kusum ma'am. Let's start with chapter combustion and flame. So this is of standard 8th, chapter number 10. So let's start out with the topic. What do you mean by combustion? When something is burning of something is called combustion. So combustion is nothing but burning. So here a substance which is carbon based, if it burn in presence of oxygen, it will produce carbon dioxide, heat is liberated, and then along with that sometimes water is also generated. So combustion is nothing but a chemical reaction. So let's start out with a few topics. So a better explanation you can get, you can follow out your textbook. So here we use different kinds of fuels for various purposes at home, in industries, for running automobiles, So can you name some fuels which can be used at home or in the automobiles? So here the fuels which are used at home. So here at home we use LPG, or if it is like villages, they use coal or cow dung cake or wood. So all these, as they are made up of carbon, they produce carbon dioxide, and whereas fuel like coal. So what is the difference? When candle burns, it produces light. That light is generated. Whereas in the coal, it produces only flame. A red color flame is produced. That is the difference between burning of candle and burning of fuel. Now the next topic, what is combustion in detail? So we need to start out from the point like of heat is called combustion. So it's a chemical process where the substance is reacting with oxygen to give out carbon dioxide and heat. So this is the chemical process where combustion is taking place. The substance that undergoes combustion. Here the substance which undergoes combustion is called combustible substance. What is combustible substance? The substance which burns is called combustible substance. Now for combustion we need three conditions. So this is about the introduction of the chapter. What is combustion? Combustion is nothing but burning. Simply we can say it is burning, where the substance is reacting with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide, heat is generated, and then for combustion we need combustible substance. Now let's start out with the substances like conditions what are needed for combustion. So here what we need for combustion. Now let's start with conditions for combustion. Here for combustion we need three things. So the first one is fuel. Fuel is supporter of combustion, and the third one is ignition temperature. Now what is ignition temperature? So this is a new topic for you. Fuel and oxygen as a supporter. For any burning process, oxygen is needed. Now ignition temperature, it is minimum temperature at which a substance starts burning. Minimum temperature at which fuel, or we can say substance, starts burning. Now what is ignition temperature? Ignition temperature is the temperature at which the substance starts burning. For a good fuel, this ignition temperature must be greater than room temperature. So why the ignition temperature must be greater than room temperature? The reason is like at ignition temperature the substance starts burning. If suppose the room temperature is just below the ignition temperature, then the substance will start burning at room temperature and there may be chances of accidents. To avoid that, the fuel must have ignition temperature greater than room temperature. Now, after having all these three conditions available, we can say that the fuel will start burning. Now, in the same way, we can say that when the fuel will put off, so when it will stop burning. Again, out of these three conditions, if we remove any one out of them, if it is one by one example, the first one we can cut off the fuel. Like if suppose we are cooking, if the gas knob is turned out, the gas is not available, the fuel is not available, in that sense the burning will put off. The next one, we can put off the supply of oxygen. We can cut down the supply of oxygen. So how we can cut it? Like if suppose the substance is burning, we can cover it. We can have the activity where on the burning substance we are putting a cover. So when cover is kept on the burning substance, the fuel will put off. The next, like ignition temperature, we can lower down the ignition temperature. So here, how can we lower the ignition temperature? Suppose a fire is taking place. So on the fire, if water is poured, if we add water, it will lower the temperature. So once the ignition temperature will come down and the object will put off. So this is how we can make the thing to burn and how we can put off. When we are learning, if you learn by comparing both, it will be easy for you to memorize. The first one, what are the conditions for combustion? That is fuel, oxygen and ignition temperature is needed. And then how we can put off? That is by removing any three out of them. We can remove the fuel by cutting off the fuel supply, and the same way we can cut off the supply of oxygen by covering the object, and the ignition temperature, we can lower the ignition temperature. One care must be taken if suppose the fire is taking place with the help of oil or electricity. Okay? Here, if the fire is because of oil or electricity, we should not put off it by using water. The reason is water floats on oil. Suppose the fire is because of oil, oil will float on water. And moreover, if the accidents are taking place because of electricity, so in that also we should not put off it by using the person who is throwing water. Water will conduct electricity to the person, and the person may also get the electric shock, and he can be caught in the fire. So thus, the fire conditions which are taking because of oil and electricity, they should not be put off by using water. That is, we are lowering the ignition temperature by other means. Like if the fire is because of oil, we should add sand. We should throw sand on that. Or blanket can be covered. So in your textbook, you can see that if a person is burning, they covered the person with the blanket. The reason is why they covered the person with blanket. So when the victim is covered with the blanket, they are cutting off the supply of oxygen. He will not get the supply of oxygen, thus the fire will not continue, and fire can be put off and accident can be prevented. So these are the two conditions you need to learn out in this chapter. So let's start out with the next. Let's start with the next topic, types of combustion. So here we are having three types of combustion, that is rapid combustion, spontaneous combustion, and explosion. There are three types of combustion: rapid combustion, spontaneous, and explosion. So what is rapid combustion? When the fuel burns rapidly and produces heat. So rapid itself will give the definition clue to you. That is when the substance burns rapidly by producing, and this is a common one where heat and light is generated. For all burning cases we write heat and light. So when substance is burning or the fuel is burning rapidly and producing heat and light is called rapid combustion. Example is, as its ignition temperature is room temperature, when it is brought open, suddenly it will catch fire. So it is example of rapid combustion. Now the next one is spontaneous combustion. Spontaneous means when it takes place at a time, spontaneously, suddenly. That is, if the fuel suddenly, here the keyword is suddenly. If the fuel suddenly bursts into flame without any cause, is called spontaneous burning. We don't know the cause of accident. Suddenly if it burns, we call it as spontaneous burning. Example of spontaneous burning is burning of coal dust. Here the coal dust where many accidents and disasters are taking place. Coal dust suddenly burns in the mines where the accidents are taking place. Now the next one is explosion. Explosion means something when it is bursting. So here the type of reaction in which large amount of, see this sentence is common for all, that is large amount of heat and light is produced, but in case of explosion there is a production of sound also. So in this sound will also produce. So it is a type of reaction in which large amount of gas formed in the reaction with the liberation of heat and sound. So here heat is common for all, here the extra is sound will produce. When sound is produced in the reaction, we call it as explosion. Now example of explosion, burning of firecrackers. So we all experience that during Diwali celebration. We burn many crackers where lot of heat, sound is produced. So this is an example of combustion with explosion. So let's start out with the next topic. So your flame, substance which vaporizes during burning gives flame. So yeah, the substance, which substances produces flame? So we should know about the answer of that question. The substance which vaporizes during burning produces flame. So here we come across the example of kerosene oil or molten wax. Or so here when kerosene oil or molten wax is burned, it vaporizes during burning, so thus it produces flame. Whereas the charcoal is the example, this can be one mark question. Charcoal does not vaporize, so it does not produce flame. So it produces red hot burning look, but flame is not there. Now the flame of candle. So this is one of the important topic of this chapter. When candle flame is steady introduce a clean glass plate or a slide into the luminous zone. So here, if we are taking a candle, when it is steady, we are introducing a rod in it. So when we introduce a rod in it, and if we hold it for 10 seconds, so this is before learning about the flame structure, we are just learning about what is luminous zone and what is the importance related to the luminous zone. So here, when the candle flame is steadily introduce a glass rod. So here we are keeping a glass plate or slide for 10 seconds. So what we find that there is the deposition of black color coating. So what is this black color coating called? Burnt carbon. And then if we hold the rod for 30 seconds there, instead of 10 seconds, if we hold it for 30 seconds, we get that, so this is becoming red hot. So this indicates that luminous zone is the hottest zone. So here we are getting two information about the flame here. The first one, in the luminous zone, we are getting unburnt carbon. That is why when the rod is introduced for 10 seconds, that is a small period of time, we got black color deposition, which is carbon black. And if the rod is introduced there for 30 seconds, then we get that the rod is becoming red hot, indicating that luminous zone is the hottest zone of the flame. Let's start with the next topic where I will be explaining about diagram of the flame. So here we are starting with the flame of the candle. So this diagram is very important out of this chapter, which can be a 4 marks or 5 marks question. Here the flame is divided into 3 categories. The candle flame has 3 parts. The first one is outermost zone. So here the outer zone, which is blue in color. These can be 1 mark questions also, which is the hottest zone or what is the color of the outermost zone. We need to concentrate on this diagram. So by looking on this diagram, you can learn out all the important points. When they will ask for the whole diagram, the question will be of 4 marks. So here we are having 3 types of zones. That is, the candle flame is having 3 zones: outer zone, middle zone, and the innermost zone. Outer zone is hottest. So here this is complete combustion zone, blue in color. The middle zone, which is partial combustion zone. So here the partial burning is taking place, and this is yellow in color, and it is moderately hot. It is neither too hot, neither too cold. It is moderately hot. And the third zone is innermost zone, and the innermost zone is called unburnt. Innermost zone is unburnt wax. So here we have the wick, which is unburnt wax. This is the least hot zone, and which is black in color. So on the basis of color, we are having 3 categories. Blue is the hottest one, yellow is the moderately hot, whereas the black is the least hot one. Outer zone, middle zone, innermost zone. 3 zones are there. Now the next topic, out of this we get one question, that is give reason type of question. Why the goldsmith use outermost zone of the flame with metallic blowpipe, for melting ornaments that is made up of gold or silver? The reason is because it is the hottest zone. It will have high temperature and which will help in melting of ornaments. So thus easily he can mold them, as the outermost zone is hottest zone. So when this question is asked, you need to concentrate on only one point, that is, it is the outermost zone and it is the hottest zone. Now the next one, what is fuel? Already we discussed the substance which burns. So for the definition, we need to write like sources of heat energy. So the sources which give heat energy either for the domestic purpose or for the industrial purpose are called fuel. And few examples of fuel are wood, charcoal. These are used in domestic purposes, and then these for the industrial purposes. So any source of heat which can be used